Hi, my name is Kate Roberts, and if you find anything funny, don't be scared to laugh. Okay, so for you adults in the room who have teenagers, you probably wonder, why do they think that they're always right? Well, my 15-year-old sister is like this. Every day she acts like the mom, even when my mom's around. She thinks that she is the boss and knows everything that there is to know about. Until she does her math homework, then it gets a little bit harder. Okay, so the first website I went to was, why do teenagers act and think the way they do? The article stated, the more myelin coating you have in the cells in the brain, the more likely you are to think things through. Teenagers lack this coating. Big surprise there. Myelin is a coating on your brain that processes the things that help you think about things better. So if you think, about something, and you probably will think about it, that's right. It might not be, but you didn't think it through, most likely. And teenagers will probably think about stupid things and do them. But don't get me wrong, lots of teenagers are smart, because I have a friend that gets straight A's and doesn't have any missing assignments. I think I could learn a thing or two from her. Okay, the next thing it said, you can't entirely blame teenagers for what they do because they lack the biological mechanism to properly determine the possible negative outcomes of a certain action. So imagine that the teen has a friend that is a thief or whatever, steals from Walmart or anything like that. They might think it's right because their friend does it, and they won't think of the negative outcomes of it. Or imagine that your mom asks you to do the dishes and you don't want to. You won't think about, I might get in trouble or I might get grounded for doing the thing that I want to do. And the next website I went to was 5 reasons teenagers act and think the way they do. It said, teens take an average of 170 milliseconds longer to go over the consequences of a decision, which in turn makes them more likely to decide the risk is worth it. So imagine for you adults that you're going on a diet and you see this piece of yummy chocolate cake. You'll probably just walk past it and say, I'm on a diet, I can't eat that sugar. But if you're a teenager, you'll be like, and it's the same thing. You're on a diet and you see that piece of yummy chocolate cake. You'll probably be like, maybe I could eat it just this once. It doesn't matter if I'm on a diet, Chocolate cake is better than losing weight any day of the time, any time of the day. And you'll probably do it because you haven't decided the negative outcomes of it. All right, the next quote I found was, it is found that teens who would not take risks when alone or with an adult were far more likely to take risks when their friends were watching. So adults, they are more responsible, and teens, they know that you'll get in trouble if you do something wrong in front of them. But friends, they're your age, so you're more likely to do stupid things. And to conclude, I'll end with a statement from Why Do Teenagers Make Bad Choices? It said, the reward center of the brain also develops earlier than the frontal cortex. This means teens are prone to seeking out pleasure and adrenaline without thinking about the consequences. Does that seem to surprise you adults? Because it doesn't to me. Even if I'm 13 and I've only been a year for almost less than a year, I can see that because they'll take maybe jumping off a bridge over going to math or anything like that, like doing stunts with the motorcycle or almost dying pretty much just to have fun over doing homework. So for adults, my advice to you is make life as fun as possible, go on trips, and thank you for your time.